You want to start it this time?
Hi, I'm Jason.
Hi, I'm Tom.
What's the name of it again? Don't fucking use that asshole. Hi, my name is Jason.
Hi, my name is Tom, and welcome to another episode of What's Old is New. Today, we're looking at a little-known director known as Martin Scorsese.
Yes.
Do you know anything about this young up-and-coming director?
Young and up and coming is the opposite of what I would say about him. One of the legends of the game, one of the reasons we even started deciding to make videos, at least for me. Gosh, I love Martin Scorsese. I cannot wait to watch this first movie of his, which is...
Who's That Knocking on My Door?
Come on.
Who's That Knocking at My Door?
Yes.
Very often confused with Who's That Knocking on My Door?
Yes, often confused by you.
Often confused by me.
Mm-hmm.
No more confusion.
Right.
Who's That Knocking at My Door? From 1967.
I'm so excited. It's his feature film directorial debut.
For sure. He had a few shorts before this, but this was his first big debut as a director. You've been on a Marty kick as of late, going through all of them, even the ones you've seen before.
Yes, big Marty kick. The ones I've seen most recently are Gangs of New York, Shutter Island. I started The Aviator, didn't get to finish it because I took it off Showtime, even though I was enjoying that the most. I love him. He's probably my favorite director. Anyone close would be Wes Anderson. And Martin Scorsese once said that Wes Anderson was his favorite new young director. So I am a huge fan of Martin Scorsese. Of course, if you like movies, I don't know how you wouldn't be. I'm super excited to watch this. And the plan is to watch this, his first movie, and then
go watch the brand new movie, Killers of the Flower Moon. We're going to see it probably opening weekend-ish.
So
as
excited.
As we can.
So excited.
I'm very excited for that. You're way more excited, obviously, to sit down and watch a 3.5-hour movie.
3.5-hour movie doesn't come around often. I loved his last movie, which was also about 3.5. It's probably like 3:20. The Irishman. What a movie. Irishman, I think it's just as good, or probably a little bit less as good than Goodfellas.
I don't think we need to do a whole...
We're not doing the Scorsese retrospective yet. We'll save that for the later.
Yeah.
Okay. But get ready for us to talk about Martin Scorsese because that will be happening.
We like a lot of Martin Scorsese movies.
Love them.
You know, they're pretty good.
But right now we're watching Who's That Knocking at My Door. Harvey Keitel's also first movie ever. I'm excited.
Very excited.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how he's changed, if he's changed at all, which I'm sure he has. But
no, he still looks the same after all these years.
Oh, he still looks the same?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't talking about Harvey Keitel. I was talking about Scorsese and his directing, but
yeah, he hasn't grown as a director at all. It's all been pretty stagnant. This actually was his peak.
Sarcasm. Why? For what? What's the sarcasm for?
See, I'll cut that because I can cut that.
But there's no reason, and you should keep all this because you're... I was going to say it.
Shine box.
But bleep the...
Shine box.
No, I'm not going to.
No, can you please bleep it?
I'm just not going to keep it in.
Oh, okay.
I might.
I think you should.
But we'll see.
This was very jumpy and all over the place. Very excited to watch Who's That Knocking at My Door? Martin Scorsese's
directorial
debut.
Yay.
I mean, Mother Mary was one of the first shots. Already with the religious undertone.
The movie starts like many student films, with a relative who is asked to play a minor role.
I think that's his mom.
You think that's Scorsese's mom?
Mm-hmm.
What a doll.
Scorsese's own mother feeds her kids as statues of Mother Mary look on. One of these kids is JR, who grows up to become played by Harvey Keitel in his first feature role. JR is with his friends Joey, Sally, who they call Gaga, and two unnamed chums. Joey's in a war of words with a fellow Jesus-loving thug until he gets the upper stick. The beatings continue as the credits play with Martin Scorsese's first in a long history of needle drops. Jenny Take a Ride by Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels.
Music still just as prevalent as ever. From the jump.
He broke this stick over. That's awesome.
These two guys didn't stand a chance. I mean, look at those fast hands.
This is actually documentary footage. They just went into New York and just started filming people and beat the crap out of each other.
JR and Joey walk up to Joey's bar, the 8th Ward Pleasure Club, and interrupt a game of poker being played by Gaga and a guy who's just happy to be there.
You lose.
What's wrong, Joey, huh?
You lose because you're playing with my money.
Joey, the de facto leader, accuses Gaga of playing with money he stole from Joey and lays a smackdown until he knows his role. Joey gets over it pretty quickly, but he still doesn't think much of Gaga.
There's still one thing I don't understand. Why do you call him Gaga?
Why do I call him Gaga? Because he's stupid, that's why.
We get a flash into JR's mind as he revels in the memory of a smiling girl. This is the girl. She's unnamed in the movie, but is played by Zina Bethune. Zina was the only real star prior to filming, with multiple appearances in daytime soap operas. She truly made her name as a dancer, opening the first professional dance studio for the disabled, herself having scoliosis and other disabilities as well as 2 hip replacements. She's definitely a badass and was lost too soon, sadly dying in a hit-and-run accident at the age of 66. What follows is a nearly 6-minute unbroken take of JR meeting the girl on the Staten Island ferry. He gets drawn in by a picture of John Wayne in the magazine she's reading. This is the first of many references to Wayne throughout the movie.
John Wayne could get pretty nasty too when he wanted to be.
JR's admiration for Wayne and film in general shines as he explains the movie the picture is from.
Everybody should like Westerns. Solve everybody's problems if they like Westerns.
Okay, I like Westerns.
Okay, then.
This must have been like such a hard fucking scene to shoot.
Yeah.
It was all this one take and all the different compositions and all the different shots. Wild.
He's so good.
Yeah. Like it goes from stagnant to like close in to side to profile to side to switching over to her profile to her side. Going back to zooming into him. It's like slow the f down. Stop being so good.
Yeah, OD.
This scene was literally just to show how mesmerizing Harvey Keitel is, and it does it so well.
JR's daydream is cut short as Joey explains how they owe money to the whole city.
But I can't go to Chinatown.
7 blocks I can't walk, because I walk out of here. People jump out of every block to get me while I'm walking to China. So I may have to go to China to get Chinese food. Now what are we going to do then? Let's go to Chinatown.
Joey says they can go uptown, but JR gets a flash of a ferry in his mind and wants no part of it and wants to go downtown.
Every decision is like, what? Whoa.
I don't feel like going uptown. So you walk the streets with your money.
Next is some get-to-know-you talk between JR and the girl.
Sorry. Is it like a choice to be this dark, or do you think it's the night and
It's
they
the
have
night,
nothing?
They have no lighting,
Yeah.
and it's a student film, and they probably have a light shining down on them. That's probably why they try to do natural lighting, which is probably just like street lights above them.
Yeah.
Because there is definitely light there, because you can see the no smoking sign. There's something on them. If you
It
wanna focus-
wasn't a decision to be like, let's make it this dark.
I don't think so. No, definitely not.
It's just craziness.
Yeah.
It's craziness.
It's slow down. It's
No, I just mean like every shot is like, I don't like coming from like this guy who's like, it just like, this came out in what, 66?
67.
67. Like, it just feels like every shot is like, okay, I'm here now. Let me show you what I'm going to do with movies. Right? Am I wrong? That's every shot I feel like
What's making you feel that?
It's different. It's like there was just a shot of that guy speaking from behind the bar stools.
Right.
It doesn't show his face, and it's just a suit and him going in between, walking between the bar stools. That's it. And he's like, "This is the shot I'm deciding to use."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Sally Gaga?
Sally, what?
Gaga.
Who's she?
JR explains his friends, and then they talk more John Wayne. She's seen none. He's appalled.
No, I don't think I've seen too many of John Wayne's pictures.
Were you born in America?
Sure.
Aren't you ashamed you haven't seen a John Wayne picture? Huh?
I don't know. I never thought of it that way.
You know, too many bars nowadays just have big neon signs.
Yeah.
I just need taped up girls.
Yeah, picture of a naked woman.
Yeah. Crudely not even framed.
JR cannot get his mind off this girl no matter what. If he's in a club or in a car, it doesn't matter. The story of JR and the girl's relationship is told through JR's memory. JR will doze off and reminisce about her until he's snapped back into reality.
Is that even happening?
I think so. I think it's two different nights happening, and they're cutting back and forth.
They talk how only guys can talk, with as much degradation and fake machismo as possible.
Yeah, that's right. All brains. That's right, I got brains. I'm as smart as you any day of the week. Stupid. Yeah, don't call me stupid. Jerk off.
Joy pushes the girl button and it sends JR over the edge until he's kicked out.
I know what's bothering you. That girl is bothering you. That's what's bothering you. Hey, shut up, huh? Hey, don't tell me to shut up. Shut up. Hey, you don't tell me to shut up. Get out. You get out. You don't tell...
Oh my God. Oh my God. What a shot.
But good friends make up quickly and Joey makes the turnaround.
Come on.
Another flashback, another JR film appreciation session.
Lee Marvin, now there's a real bad guy, you know. Guy, you see, he doesn't just play a tough guy, you know, he has to go all the way. He dresses in black, you know, he snarls, he breaks things, he kicks people, he bites.
But JR isn't the only one thinking about girls. Gaga also trails off into a memory of him making out with a girl, stealing $40 right from her purse, and then gaslighting the hell out of her when she gets concerned over where her money went.
I mean, that's really stupid, you know?
To keep up the manipulation, Gaga gives her some of her own money back for her ride.
My God. And then just JFK in the background. Oh, it's amazing. What a jerk.
What is he doing?
He's manipulating that girl.
No, that, I mean Scorsese. Like, what is he painting here?
Unlike whatever the hell that was, JR and the girl's relationship seems genuine and is tied together with a romantic rooftop kiss. Aw, that's nice. It was about here when Jason and I got curious of something.
I'm just waiting for the scene where someone starts knocking on a door.
Yeah. Same.
And slowly turns to the door. It's
Says,
like,
who's that knocking
on my door?
At my door.
Ah. Who's that knocking at my door?
We miss their night of debauchery and come back to the boys pulling into their bar. JR gets back to a seat and right back to daydreaming. This time it's another makeout seat in front of the statues of Mary from the beginning of the movie.
So is she gonna find out about his gangster ways? Is that where this is leading?
I think so. You got the signs of Jesus, you got the signs of religion, signs of like purity and perfection. I mean, it's got some Goodfellas in there.
How? Yeah.
It's the girlfriend in to Ray Liotta.
What do you mean?
It's his girlfriend, like the main girl in Goodfellas.
Yeah, what
like,
about her?
She learns that he's a gangster, and she doesn't know how to react to it other than it turns me on.
Yeah. Well, let's see if that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Things get hot and heavy in front of the Holy Mother and Son until JR doesn't want to take things further.
It reminds me of like a porn made by like a bad amateur couple where they know how to film like what parts are hot.
Yeah.
So they're just like rubbing all over the camera.
He talks in riddles to say he wants to wait, but assures her she isn't the problem.
But what I mean is, if you love me, you'll understand what I mean.
Just not now.
The boys are now many boys.
This reminds me of the Goodfellas scene of them going through the whole bar.
Yeah.
I can just look at them. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Tommy two times. They call him Tommy 2 times because he said everything twice.
What an asshole. Whoever invited that guy is the worst, bro. They killed Jim one off, so we had to bring in Tommy 2 times.
They laugh, talk, and play with guns until it becomes a bit real when another one of Gaga's debtors puts a gun to his head.
Just boys being boys, having a fun time. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
He puts a stop to the fun times by shooting a bottle, which unleashes a montage of John Wayne and other Western pictures. Everybody is just playing cowboy. Jason points out a needle drop, and then we talk about the previous scene over one of the main lines of the movie. Whoops.
Wow. That used to be the opening for SNL.
Yeah.
That was interesting. What did you get?
Society influenced by the Lone Star cowboy
Right.
who, is the ultimate badass. After, a scene of them playing around with guns and,
cuts to John
acting
Wayne,
like
Dean
fools.
Martin. Yeah.
They probably feel like they're John Wayne. They probably feel like they're, the outlaws.
Well, let me tell you something. That girl in that picture was a broad.
What do you mean abroad?
A broad. There are girls, and then there are broads.
His casual misogyny is followed by a montage that was added late into the production process. It's of JR having sex with multiple women set to light my fire by the Doors.
He's always loved his music, clearly. Oh my God!
This totally reeks of scene filmed way after the fact in a warehouse. Yeah, look at this. Look at this room. What is this?
Holy shit. This is 67. Oh my God.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to The Doors?
Yeah, a bit. LA Woman.
LA Woman. Okay, we get it.
Word.
You spinning in circles and kissing. Okay, there we go. Something different.
Just to hammer it home, it cuts right back to JR and the girl.
A broad isn't exactly a virgin, you know what I mean? You play around with them. You don't marry a broad, you know what I mean?
This is where the timeline gets a little jumpy, if it wasn't already before. JR and Joey are driven by JR's friend Joe to get away from the city for the weekend.
Copake, New York. It's a small town. It's a nice town. You're gonna like it.
They end up in a bar full of regulars as they try to figure out what to do. City boys only do two things apparently, drink and think about women. John suggests that they should go see something beautiful.
Hey, what's her name?
Men.
We're awful.
Yeah.
They hike through the wilderness and get to the top of a mountain. Like clockwork, Joey complains while JR gets lost in another memory.
I ought to have my head examined. This is the whole way I spend the day.
This one being of JR and the girl eating breakfast. She asks about him climbing the mountain, the place I thought we just flashed back from.
Heard you climbed a mountain.
Yeah, I climbed a mountain. It was great on the top, but boring the way up it was murder.
Anyway, the girl decides to tell JR about the time she went on a date and was sexually assaulted.
Look, I want only for us to be as happy as we can. And I don't want anything to come between us.
The assault is a really hard scene to get through. You don't hear the sound from the scene, but Don't Ask Me to Be Lonely by the Dubs is playing over it in a chilling way.
Is he the one who knocks?
I think so. I think we're getting closer to finding out who knocks on the door. Which is the real story about what this movie's about.
I think so.
No, I was joking. I was thinking in my head earlier, like when they had a scene where he said no. It's like, oh, this is a movie about consent. No, it really is. It really, really is.
I felt dirty. I felt I wasn't as good as anyone else. I felt ashamed. I couldn't even talk. I didn't talk. With you, it'll be the first time.
JR does his best, worst human impression and starts to blame her for what happened and says she could have been lying about the whole thing.
How can I believe that story? Huh?
Wow, times have changed. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Good for you, lady. Get out of there.
That's what you do when someone tells you they've been sexually assaulted. Blame them.
So good a shot, he did it twice.
And had it sounded 3 times.
Yeah.
Back at their club, the boys laugh and order drinks and pull off an act the Three Stooges wouldn't be jealous of.
It made me feel icky.
Yeah, right? This movie is not making me feel comfortable. It's good. But, like, it's supposed to... Like, obviously, it's not showing that he's the good guy and he's right.
I feel like this is like very minimally letting loose, right? Like they're just being free.
Yeah,
right?
no, they're like, hey, have you ever seen the Three Stooges?
But like,
Do some stuff like that.
no, but I just mean like guys like hanging out, like being loose and free. Like I feel like even this, something as simple as stupid as like rubbing napkins on each other, like wouldn't happen now because people are worried somebody's going to take their phone out and record it. Like I feel people aren't as lax as that.
Absolutely, no.
Joey takes JR home, who is drunk as a skunk.
haven't gotten that drunk in a while.
Yeah, right. Where you're scared to walk upstairs.
Yeah.
Or like when you get dropped off, you just need a minute to
Yeah.
and a minute to slide down the wall and ponder life. It's been a minute since I've had that good type of drunk as well.
Same.
But anytime I try and have that type of drunk, it just ends badly.
That's true. Well, those types of drunks are the best when you don't try it. It just happens.
Yeah.
Cut to a Gaga party where JR and Joey demand broads.
Huh? This is the party you promised us? Can I know where the broads come on? Where are the broads, huh? Yeah.
Gaga brings up his girlfriend and another girl.
This is Susan, and this is her girlfriend, Rosie.
Scotch and ginger ale.
Scotch and ginger ale, all right.
Scotch and ginger ale.
Make that too, Gaga. Right. Make that too, Gaga.
I gotta try that.
Scotch and ginger ale?
Yeah.
Does sound good.
I like scotch. I like ginger ale.
What did you just put in the drink? Was that a
Cherry? I hope it's a cherry. I think it's a cherry.
I hope
think
it's cherry. It's a cherry. It's a cherry.
Oh, it was a fake bug. Okay.
Okay.
Woo!
Listen, it's a story about consent. Someone slips something into a drink.
Gaga and his girlfriend get it on in their bedroom, while girl 2 gets lucky with another guy. The rest of the boys decide who's next to punch their ticket on the train in a childish conversation about calling first.
Well, get up. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna go in there next? First? Who do you mean first? Who you go first?
A rock, paper, scissors tournament leads to JR starting the cavalry to get it on in there.
Shoot. Once by three, shoot. Once by three, shoot. Shoot.
Well, if I can't go first, nobody's going first.
What do you mean?
This scares the girls off.
But you guys are real jerks, you know that?
Still in a drunken stupor, JR doesn't really make the best decisions and goes off to see the girl at 6:30 in the morning.
You think there's a crescendo?
I think I don't know. It could just kind of end.
Yeah.
Unless he meets up with the girl again.
I think he's gonna knock.
Oh man, is it gonna happen? Holy shit! Oh my god!
Yeah! Hell yeah! All right, turn it off.
It's over. It's peaked. Oh, dude, I've been waiting for that for so long.
Is that her?
I know.
Who's that?
That's what she's thinking right now. She's thinking, who is that knocking at my door?
Who is it?
Who is that knocking at my door?
Who is it?
It's me. Open up.
Oh,
What seems like a great reuniting ends awfully.
No, I mean, I'm sorry about before.
Redemption.
I understand now, and I forgive you.
Give me.
Okay. Scorsese's ahead of it. Very good.
You can't marry me anyway.
But I said that I love you, and I'm gonna marry you anyway.
No, I can't. I mean, I won't marry you on that basis.
What basis?
Look, don't you understand?
girl power. Girl
Get it,
power.
girl.
You'll always find a way to bring it up.
Well, you're damn right I could bring it up. And if that's the kind of a broad you are, I'm to blame. Because I feel the way any reasonable guy would feel. I'm to blame for this, huh?
Doesn't
Hey,
matter
listen,
how
would
you
be glad I'm gonna
feel.
marry you.
Oh,
You
J.R.,
fuck.
please.
Hey, tell me something else while you're at it. Who else is gonna marry you while you're at it, huh? Tell me that while you're at it, you whore.
If that's what you want,
Who
you know
were?
by now. You
Oh! Not even a whore, a whore.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm just so confused by this whole thing.
Go home.
JR goes to confession where flashes of when they almost went all the way go through his mind. The movie ends with JR looking up at Jesus, where the titular title music plays until it's interrupted by sex noises. And JR and Joey saying they'll see each other tomorrow.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
That's what I thought. They never named her.
Yeah.
She was just named the girl.
Yeah.
We acknowledge with thanks the corruption of the office of the city, the mayor of the city of New York making this film. So honestly, they probably did get a lot of permits and actual like do it all by the books.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. So we just finished watching Who's That Knocking at My Door.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
You
Honestly,
could
that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a solid film throughout, but
What would you say it's about?
the movie is full of it, like the themes of consent, of masculinity, of men in power, of men and their relationship with them. We never get a moment from RJ, the main character, at the end, or really anytime fully reflecting on himself, I guess, if he's a good person or he's a bad person, and he just kind of.
I mean, until the end, I think.
Well, even with him going to church at the end,
It seemed with you saying that, and my interpretation of it is like he goes and absolves his sins, and then now he thinks he's like fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He thinks just by going to church and making confession and doing those things, he can be scot free. It's not the fact that he had those thoughts is the bad things. Is that he's going about those actions. He's going to continue to be that person who A, beats people up, and B, sees women as, I don't even know if servants are the right way, but as lower, as not able to make
Their own
decisions.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting and kind of refreshing to see a character that he definitely changes throughout the movie, but doesn't change into a fully better person. It's not like from he doesn't have a clear line of A to B. He just is things are kind of happening to him, and he's taking that information in, but he's not over the course of the film changing.
Yeah.
He's by the end of the movie, he's still probably the same guy that would go and beat people up, while also thinking he's righteous.
Yeah. I think righteous is big. I feel like almost all of Scorsese's movies deal with some sort of righteousness. I mean, I knew he was heavily religion influenced, and I know Mean Streets has a heavy religion influence, and a lot of his movies do, but I don't know, this one from the jump is one of the first shots is the statue of the Mother Mary. So yeah, I mean, him absolving his sins at the end, and yeah, walking out, and then again, they're going to see each other the next day. So it's yeah, I mean, yeah, I got kind of that. Yeah, he feels free with himself. I thought it was crazy interesting that in '66, that is the mentality of men, which is a woman gets SA'd,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the
problem.
fault. Yeah.
She's the fault. Yeah.
Or that's what the character thinks. But what was impressive to me is that Scorsese shines a light on that is not
that's
right.
not okay.
Yeah.
But that's the dominant way of thinking at the time.
Yeah.
And this could be a movie of trying to bring to light the reality of the situation.
Not clearly. It's not like he's laying it down. And
that's the thing. It has that as the theme of it, but a movie about that would choose the girl as the main character.
Yeah.
This is a story about a guy dealing with a story, he's adjacent to that story, and he's not changing in his ways, but that is still happening, to the side of him.
Yeah. And he's just continuing on.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost the same way. I really liked, again, just us discussing it now, and the ending kind of does I like the ending a lot,
mm-hmm.
where he goes to church and he's okay, I'm good.
Yeah, and you even still hear the edits of the sex sounds in there.
Yeah,
where it's like you're not.
Yeah, that's still there.
You still picture yourself as John Wayne. You're not John Wayne, but you think you're John Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
You think you're tough shit.
Yeah, John Wayne represents that. Yeah, that toxic
Yeah.
masculinity.
What do you think of the girl?
She was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she was
thought-
good. I liked everybody. They were all
Yeah.
good.
His little posse was
I liked the guy.
fun, but they never like
not Gaga or whatever the hell they called him, but
Gaga.
the boss.
Right. Yeah.
I liked him. I liked his character. They didn't flesh out anybody except
nothing. I like
barely RJ.
The scene I felt showed the most character with them was the scene that was where they were completely silent and they were silent, but music was playing over them and they were pretending to shoot each other.
That scene was awesome.
That's a great characterization of like them as a group.
Yeah,
but
how they feel about themselves.
Exactly. But then you get another scene with all of them when they're trying to talk about who's going to go first
Right.
to go see them making out.
Yeah.
And it just, that scene felt like it would just kind of go nowhere. I didn't really get where that was fully.
What the point of it
What
was.
the point of all that was, just to show that they're dicks to women.
Yeah, that they're not great people.
Yeah, and they view, sex as a right, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Scorsese always seems like he's showing the underbelly, right?
Yeah.
And this definitely seems like that in like the 60s, like just these men who are out there who lived like this. And it's I don't know, it's interesting to see a different side of stuff like this. And again, I'm sure there were guys like that in the 60s that were like that was
that was definitely
what was going on.
For sure. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's interesting because you can definitely actually see like little bits of different Scorsese movies or like ideas of plots in this that like just kind of get passed upon. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
ideas brewing for sure that he had in his head and that he was able to like take on later in his career.
Absolutely. I mean, he uses the bad guy protagonist. I don't know how the best way to put it, but like the protagonist that you're not supposed to fully agree with or like, he's used that consistently in so many amazing movies and amazing ways that like,
and one that feels righteous, like you said.
Yeah.
One that feels like he is doing the right thing.
And this is, it honestly nails it on their head. Like first go of anything, like how they focus on the main character and his kind of like, I guess, lack of journey is honestly it's a really interesting, story to tell.
Yeah, he's gonna stay there.
Yeah,
and stay in life, and he's not changing because he didn't try to.
No, he sees nothing wrong with him.
Yeah,
he even's like, I forgive you.
Yeah,
this is still your fault.
I love that because again, like the whole movie is painted in that light of like the toxic masculinity thing, and it's not like so explicitly like this is wrong, people shouldn't act like this. It's just showing what kind of was
right,
and then but at the end you get like that scene where he's like, I forgive you, and she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like, you forgive me? Why the hell would that be? And
it's up to the viewer to like determine that this guy is terrible,
right?
Like anytime they try and redeem him a little bit, you have to remind yourself, no.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it at the end, but he blew it himself. But again, that's why I give like mad props to Scorsese, because in '66 doing that is like ahead of the game, I think, where it's like, no, this is not right, and I'm going to shine a light on it. And it's like, okay, Scorsese,
okay,
Scorsese,
Marty, okay. I'm just glad you got to answer the question: who was knocking at the door?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was awesome.
That was worth it. That was worth it all. So we go from this, his first directorial debut, to Killers of the Flower Moon,
which is gonna be
double the length of this movie plus 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's also inspired by like real events, inspired by a book, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
1966, 2023, so 50 years would be 2016. So this is 57 years later. We're gonna be watching this. 57 years ago, this came out, and now Killers of the Flower Moon, October 20th.
See you there.
No. Here's how you say it. You ready? Got to say it with me. I'm going to whisper it to you, and then we'll say it to the camera. I'll see you there. But you do it with an accent. Oh, we have mics on.
Oh, that's fine.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll see you there. No, there. There.
There.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
I'll see you there. There you go. Nice. Hold on. I actually did kind of like
Actually?
yeah, like in the beginning, like it was just playful, and then it felt I felt myself loosening up.
I don't think I can make those sounds.
Come on, you can, the horse. What are you doing? What the fuck? Is that a trumpet?
I keep laughing trying to do it.
No, you gotta do it. Come on. That's why it's freeing, because it felt silly, and then I felt like, oh.
I don't even know how to start this. I think that's how we started.
What's up, boys?
Yeah, just like that.
Let's be excited. Like,
Okay,
I want to be
yeah.
like professional. Like, I watch these people, and they're like, they're smiling.
Oh boy, Jason, what do you think about this movie?
Well, I mean, like, you know, that energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. So it's been a couple.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
My fault, G.
Okay.
Okay. So it's been a couple of days since we both watched Who's That Knocking at My Door? Nailed it.
Uh-huh.
And it's digested a bit. I think we both really have thought about it a lot. And at least I have. Fucking words are hard. It's a great movie. I think we really digested it and like
Yeah,
took it in more as like, okay, this fits perfectly with the rest of Scorsese's
absolutely.
catalog.
I felt that way, but the more I sat with it after and just thought about it, 1,000%, like even more did I think that. Like, oh my gosh, it was really good. I guess it was because we had no idea what to expect,
Right.
and it was very minimal compared to everything else I've seen Scorsese do.
For sure. It feels like it's a weird way to put it because it is a student film that Scorsese made while in college, but it feels like what a college student like nowadays trying to make a Scorsese movie, it would look something like that.
You think so?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe that's a random shot in the dark.
Oh yeah, I just don't like you giving like random college kids credit that they could make something that would seemingly be Scorsese.
No, I'm not saying it. Like, if someone told me, "Oh, this was a movie someone made inspired by Scorsese movies," like I could see it as like a college attempt of someone like
right.
trying to put all the pieces together of what a Scorsese movie should be. I'm not saying like any college movie kid can just like make a Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
But if they were, this would be like the archetype attempt, I guess.
Okay.
Which is funny because it is made by Scorsese. It's a very Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
But like it like has the tropes of the Scorsese movies that we've come to know and love. Exactly. Which brings us here today in the year of our Lord 2020, the mother effing 3.
That's right. We're here. We're not in the parking lot, but we're parked in the car. We're about to go see Killers of the Flower Moon,
which is going to be 18 hours long.
Hey, I believe that's what I've heard, 18 hours. I think it's 18 in like 25 minutes.
Yeah, we round it up to like 19 hours. 20 hours. A 20-hour film of just Leonardo DiCaprio, being white Jesus.
I don't think...
I don't know. I honestly don't know if that's the movie. I'm just taking
it's not.
Shot in the dark again.
I think all the white people in this movie are bad. And I mean, I know a little bit about the story, and I believe that is the case.
So like white Jesus now.
Yeah, it's a love story. It's a story that not a lot of people know, which is good. It's like it's cool that Scorsese's decided to do that with his film as an 80-year-old. He said, "I'm going to show this small story that is really awful about the American culture that we have, and I'm going to highlight it and make a really good movie about it." Which is, I don't know, it's different from what he's been doing. It's his first Western, sort of. So I don't know. I'm intrigued and interested that he picked this top subject matter to go for his. I don't know what number movie is this? 10th with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I think you can kind of just catalog all of Scorsese's work by his muse of who he wants in the movie.
Yeah.
He's been on that DiCaprio wave for quite a while. Was it Wolf of Wall Street was the first, or was there something? No, Shutter Island, I think.
No. Before
wow.
That. The Gangs of New York was first.
Okay, yeah.
And then The Aviator.
Okay.
And then The Departed. And then Shutter Island.
Oh, so I was close.
And then Wolf of Wall Street. And now we're here.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Really, he hasn't done something since Wolf.
He did The Irishman.
I'm saying with DiCaprio.
No, yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
Huh.
It went. I'm pretty sure it was Irishman. The Irishman was his last movie before this, and then before that was Wolf of Wall Street. He hasn't done anything else since then. So 2013, 2018, and now 2023.
Wow. Well, this should be so cool.
I can't wait.
So
I'm
excited. So
Um,
let's go fucking watch a movie. 3.5 hours, and we're back.
just got out. Killers of the Flower Moon.
What'd you think, Jason?
It was incredible, absolutely
Mhm.
fantastic. Scorsese has done it again, but man, do I feel spent,
Yeah.
drained, tired, exhausted. Not from the length of the movie, from how much is packed into that movie, how much I just received from that movie, the weight of things that are happening in that movie. Oh, I haven't felt this tired from a movie in so long. And it's not because I was tired before, and the meat of that movie just wore me out.
Right. And
There you
there's
go.
just, hey,
Yeah.
getting worn out by meat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna like praise it to say it's the greatest movie ever. I'm not gonna like
Mhm.
say like, oh, it blew me away the entire time. It kept me interested the entire way through, and I was like, it was such an interesting story and interesting characters to watch play out. I'm not gonna like go, oh my god, I was blown away. It was great. I enjoyed it, but like, I don't know. I'm not saying I had higher expectations, but it actually delivered expectations exactly like how I felt.
We're ready for a great movie.
I got the great movie that I need. Nothing more, and like, that's not a thing to complain about.
Mhm.
It's not a real complaint at all. It's just like, I was expecting to see a really good movie, and guess what? I saw a really, really, really good movie.
Yeah, it was so good.
How do we even like?
That's why, because there's so much to discuss that happened in the movie. I don't know. The pacing of it was outstanding. It's a 3.5 hour movie. The fact that we were both, right, you could agree with me here, we were both completely gripped the entire time, waiting to see what happens next, listening to see, am I missing anything?
Mhm.
Like, that doesn't happen. People make hour and 30-minute movies that are so boring. I can't give any more credit to the man almighty.
Right, yeah, and it like, just from the beginning of the movie, it like kind of, I don't say it wraps you in immediately, but like, it takes a while for you to like fully get entrenched in the world, but it does such a great job of setting up the world right from the start.
Yep.
Of even just I love the opening. There's an opening montage of all the Osage people getting their money and then how they spent it in such frivolous ways.
Yeah.
Like, they're flying planes,
Mhm.
they're buying
They have
bougie
chauffeurs.
clothes, they got
Yeah.
chauffeurs.
Yeah.
It set like such like an interesting tone to start of like, oh, I can't wait for this just to be crushed away and just beaten. Didn't know how though, and then you meet De Niro and DiCaprio's characters, who I previously said that I thought De Niro was going to be a white devil.
Mhm.
Kinda.
No, you said he was going to be white Jesus.
White. I know. My bad. Earlier, I said, I'm going to just read.
Yeah, do it again.
Earlier, I said that I thought DiCaprio was going to be portrayed as a white Jesus in this movie. I was so... Actually, no, okay. Not... De Niro's white devil. He is evil incarnate in a beautiful way. Like, he's a wolf. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
For the Osage people, and just takes advantage of them in just an evil way that you see DiCaprio's transition into doing the same thing that his uncle is doing, and how that just kind of like, it's not destroying him until it really is he sees it affect
his
his
wife,
wife.
his love.
Yeah, and even then he's like, I love money.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
But by the end, he gets like that. I'm gonna just spoil it. I don't care. If you're
Yeah.
watching this, watch the movie.
Yeah. Sure. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I don't care. He ends up being like, I wouldn't say white Jesus, but like trying to redeem himself. But I love that it ends in such a way that's like, No, he died. He spent the rest of his life in a trailer park home outside of Osage. And that's it.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I'm amazed and out. He might not be blown away. I'm blown away. The acting was
so good.
Oh my gosh! Leonardo DiCaprio, DeNiro, Lily Gladstone, but I don't know. He's 80. They're 80 years old, and they're I can't believe that they can still pull. He can still pull out this. He was so menacing because he was the bad guy of the movie, and just his presence and his aura. And when he was telling somebody to do something, you felt that urge of you better get that done. And again, it's not like it was an old gangster flick, so it wasn't like the threat of it was okay. We're gonna shoot you down with a Tommy gun. It was just, I have power. Watch me use my power if you don't listen to what I say.
Right.
Oh my God, so good. Lily Gladstone, powerhouse performance. I'm excited to see the what else gets nominated in the acting categories for the Oscars.
But she's gonna.
I think they could clean up. Again, that's why I'm interested to see who else. DiCaprio, that could be his best performance.
I saw someone say that as a review, and I'm like, I think
it's his face.
Yeah, there's so many I can't necessarily say this is definitely his absolute best, but he is in top shape in this.
Oh my gosh.
Facial expressions, reactions. He kept that not the southern drawl, but that certain drawl in his voice the entire way through. That I had to remind myself halfway, okay, actually this is what De Niro I had to remind myself what DiCaprio actually sounds like. Okay, he's doing such a good job right now.
Yeah. Same thing with De Niro. De Niro did that same thing with the accent. There was a couple moments where but they're so slight. They're so slight. But again, it's just conversation where it's just, he has the accent. It's not like he dropped the accent, but he's such a natural actor. And I don't know. I felt like I could see a couple moments where it was okay, that's him just not improvising because he's going with the lines, but just saying the thing and he says it
right as
naturally as he can, which isn't as perfect in the accent, but completely irrelevant. He killed it.
The whole town of Fairfax and just the whole population, it just felt like such a full and complete place to be, and every character, even minor, there's a brief I don't know. There's just so many little small. Hey, this is this character. Just keep him in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
For a while, he will be.
That's the thing about Scorsese movies, or at least good movies I find, is there's not one moment of wasted space, in the entire screen. So exactly to what you're saying, where they will show a character for 3 seconds and you're okay, why did I show that character? In bad movies, that you're left with that question.
Right.
Why did they show that character? I didn't need to see that character. In fantastic movies like this, you'll have countless questions like that, and they will all be answered, every single one of them. It's almost like the questions are they're meant to be in those spots, and then Martin Scorsese's ready to answer you.
You literally had a moment like that in the movie where at a certain point later in the movie, an Indian comes into Osage.
Native American.
My bad.
They could say it in the movie. They called them that in the movies, but it's the 20s, so that makes sense.
My bad.
It's okay.
A Native American came into Osage, and they didn't explain why he was there or what he was there for.
Yeah.
And you're I can't wait till they reveal what he's up to.
Yeah.
And then a group's once they do, it's oh
yeah.
It's so good.
So good. Hats off to Marty.
Speaking of Native American people, holy shit.
Yeah, the people.
They were so good.
So good.
Every single individual Native American person. I love the family, their dynamic of just very no, I wouldn't say they kind of set it up. Words are hard. They set it up early that the Osage people aren't quick to speak. They're always they're quiet. They don't think that their silence means they're stupid. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
They know everything, and it shows in little scenes and little conversations that they have that they're not stupid. They know that the white man is coming.
Yeah, and
it sucks that I wouldn't say they fully play into the trap, but they kind of do.
Well, I wouldn't. It's not. it's your point got across, but it's not. I wouldn't say playing into the trap. Like it's just it's their way. Like it's their natural way. Like, and I think that's why they
get taken advantage of.
Exactly, because that they're a kind, spiritual people that aren't
expecting
these awful savages to come into their nation.
Yeah, and then there's a great line where it's like they get their money from oil, and they realize, like, there's one line later, it's like, we should have realized this is not good money. This is white people money.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be fucking with this money.
Yeah,
and they do though, and then that brings the white people in, and we fuck it all up as we do.
Yep, as the white.
And then in the end, no one's happy.
Yep. Incredible. I'm glad that I said this before, but I'm glad that they're sharing the story. Like, I had no idea about it. It's absolutely fucked up. I don't get why things like this aren't taught. Well, I do get why things like this aren't taught, because the government doesn't want to seem bad.
I mean, they also kind of, I wouldn't say allude to it, but
America doesn't want to be perceived as bad, and the government controls America's perception.
No, absolutely they do. They reference that even, because they reference Tulsa. Do you know what Tulsa is? Tulsa Massacre.
No, yeah, you react to that. I had no idea what
exactly. That's something I had to learn about on my own post college. Even I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know everything. But it was basically a massacre of people in Tulsa, Alabama. I think it was Tulsa, Alabama, somewhere like southern like town where a whole like black community was basically torched and pillaged and destroyed. Like they showed like the small scene in there where it's like little Africa is not the same.
Yeah.
It's because, and the same kind of thing here where it's like the only way these things are gonna be actually talked about like in a situation like this is through art and through media and through something like this. So like it really is an interesting like film for Scorsese to make, considering his whole history of film in general, and just I wouldn't say perception of white people, but like all of his movies had the main character of white archetype with different like flaws and character like traits that like
weren't right.
Yeah, that weren't right. Like in Goodfellas, you have Sam Jackson there in the background, and he's just a fodder for the main
Jackson.
Sam Jackson's in Goodfellas. He gets shot at like he gets shot in Goodfellas. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
calm down. Bring the excitement down. I like it. It's good.
But exactly, it's like I feel this was like a point of Martin Scorsese.
Marty, we can say Marty.
I feel this is a point of Marty's to be like, okay, I did a lot of movies about me and my culture, I guess. Yeah. But this is kind of like taking a way bigger look at like how white people are viewed, I guess.
Yeah. America
is viewed. Yeah. Honestly, I was like talking about Who's Knocking at My Door is they didn't on the nose say it, but very John Wayne-esque kind of like archetypes of white strength and prosperity, like taking care of everyone. But really, John Wayne is also a huge racist monster, and kind of the same vibes here, which is awesome that we picked up the first movie, and it still is such a rich piece of Scorsese's like whole filmography that the ripples of that movie are still like felt today.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so cool.
I loved the way at the end of the movie, people or sometimes when it's a historical movie like this, there'll be like information like put on screen to like tell you what actually happened or what's happened since the last thing you saw, and the way they delivered it here was what a creative, unique like way to do that. Like that's I mean, of course the entire movie, but that specific thing is the exact reason why I love Martin Scorsese.
It's one of the reasons why I fucking love film in general, just because like you can have a whole great epic about something and then cut to like a radio retelling of what's happened, and it makes total sense.
Yeah, it fits in perfectly.
And then Scorsese coming out in the end, and him having those
delivering
lines.
the last lines, lines and the last lines, and then visual to Flower Moon.
So good, so fucking good.
Hats off to you, Marty.
That's off.
I take my fake hat off to you, sir.
I don't know how to end this. If we want to I could keep talking about this for hours.
Yeah.
Like, I feel we said a decent fair bit of how much we freaking love this.
Yeah.
I think. The more I'm talking about it, the more I'm like, I wasn't blown away.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god,
it's going to sit with you. It's
yeah,
gonna sit
exactly.
with you. It's going to sit with you.
For sure.
Because there's so much in there. It's so rich. I'm excited to watch it again. I probably will in theaters. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to wait. I can't. If you don't know, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour is happening in theaters right now, and I was just hearing a little bit of T Swift, a little too much T Swift for my Scorsese tastes.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a weird mix.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I will say I'm a fan of Taylor Swift.
Just so you know,
Just
for the record, so none of you come after us.
Yeah. No, big fan.
Big fan. Bigger fan of Scorsese?
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Okay, just had to make
I
sure.
really like Taylor Swift. 1989 is probably my favorite album by hers. But anyways, that's irrelevant.
It's very relevant.
Okay,
it is very relevant. It is.
All right. Well, that was great.
That was awesome.
Movies are awesome.
Go see movies.
Yeah,
go see movies in theaters.
Go see movies. Go see movies in theaters, please.
But probably wait until after the Taylor Swift tour.
No, just go see movies.
Go see the Taylor Swift Eras Tour in theaters.
That's fine.
Today.
That's fine. Just go put money in movie theaters. That's it.
Absolutely. I think that's how it is.
We gotta do it again. Okay. No, hold on. Okay.
And cut?
Yeah, cut.
I don't know how that.